This is the U.S. intelligence agency, mind control.
It's on time.
What does he have to say about Helldivers?
He doesn't have a Helldivers one.
Yes, he does. I just don't put it on there because it's him just playing the game, Celine.
Okay. Well,
Not him having a dumb political take about it.
Well, let's hear what he has to say about Ozempic, I guess.
My anti-aging doctor just hands it out to anybody, right? I didn't even know I was on it.
Okay, that's not the average person. That's
Oh, bro, I put this on here because I knew it was gonna just drive you crazy. I put it on here like last week.
Do you not know what medication you're taking? What is an anti-aging doctor? What the dude? What is going on here? Dude, Hollywood doctors are crazy. D'Angelo Wallace about Ozempic being
you may have heard
in
about this thing called Ozempic.
Influencers and celebrities.
What the hell happened to him? Jesus.
People hate on it because they want to do it. People who should be taking them aren't taking them. Everyone's like, a smaller portion. Like, shut the fuck up. People who shouldn't be taking them are. You're on Ozempic.
They do have side effects.
I think that they've gotten overhyped. That isn't side effects. And the people who hate on the most, the people who are secretly doing it or pissed off that they can't afford it.
If you have money, you can get your hands on Ozempic.
Are you worried that because this has gotten so trendy,
Excuse me,
do you need some
sorry.
water? You won't be able to treat the people who truly need it?
No, I need some Ozempic.
I was thinking maybe we could talk about that.
Okay. Kind of culty.
D'Angelo Wallace looking angelic, by the way. Looking ethereal.
Culty.
Yeah, I'm D'Angelo, and at this point, introducing myself would be like introducing the air. We already know I'm all over the place, but I still give you life. Anyway, I'm glad you're here because today we have ourselves a moral
The
dilemma.
ego
It's finally
trip.
figured out how to purchase.
Jesus.
Yes, it's every bit
It
as
was just a
dystopian as it sounds,
joke.
and no, it's kind
It
of
better
not great for
be.
anybody. Ozempic is a weight loss medication, and to call it popular would be the understatement of the century. The only thing more prevalent than the Ozempic prescriptions at this
I'm
point
very
is the number of
interested in
people
what
who seem to
this
have
is
strong
gonna be
opinions about
about.
the drugs, and everybody who's using them. As you can tell from the intro, there's a whole lot of discourse about who should be using this medication. And if you ask 10 different people, you're probably going to get 10 different answers. But one thing is
I
clear,
don't
there are
care.
a lot of people who should not
Whoever
be using
wants it.
Ozempic, and many of them seem to be hanging out in Hollywood, California. It's gotten to the point where even other celebrities and the companies selling these drugs have called out certain people for using them earlier this month.
Some people have been using medicine, never meant for them.
But with Oprah releasing a viral TV special just a couple weeks ago where she defends her Ozempic usage, the discourse has only intensified, and at this point, it's boiling over.
Hey, she looks
My
great.
controversial opinion is that America has a much larger issue with obesity, but we should put Ozempic in the water.
What's really going on here? Well, it turns out
True.
the answer is a little bit of
True.
I agree.
everything, I guess. So I figured we could do a deep dive into how Ozempic is being used by celebrities, how that affects the way everyone else uses it, and what this says about
You know
some
what you can also do?
deep-rooted societal
Eat
issues
less.
like fat phobia, classism, and unattainable body standards. All of which probably explain why people get so touchy about this. I've got a ton of pop culture examples, opinions from experts, and even just my own personal experience as somebody who used to be overweight. So as you can see, we have a lot to get into. So first, let's take a quick look at today's sponsor. Today's
He's
video is sponsored
fatphobic
by-
like you now?
There's a lot of people.
Or
There's
do you
also
think
a
he's a
bunch of
decent
side effects
person?
too. There's a bunch of side effects apparently as well. For
Well, fat
Ozempic.
phobia isn't an
Regulating
actual
damn food is
thing.
so
It's
hard,
just
man.
a
That's
horseshit
crazy.
word
You're
fat
saying
people
that.
made up
I
because
say
they
that as
wanted
someone
to
who,
feel
like, obviously
included.
doesn't take
But
Ozempic,
Don't
but
alienate the
has been able to
audience.
figure out a way to
no, I'm just talking about the
No.
fat doctor that's
Do
like,
not alienate the audience.
be fat, it's healthy for you.
Yes. Slay Queen.
regulate my damn food. Let me tell you, it's just not easy.
that helps you write better, faster. With a ton of
Yes, it
features
is.
to clay out your work with your slur. It's a neutral descriptor that I'm about to say it. The F word. Sorry, YouTube. The word fat is not a slur. It's a neutral
Oh,
descriptor.
I
that
thought we were
should
gonna
imply
talk
nothing
about my
a person's
favorite F
attractiveness
slur
or character.
for a second.
The one you get one per episode.
Yeah, the one that gets me hot under the collar when people say it to me.
Unfortunately, we live in this.
It's not that hard to just buy healthier food. What are you talking about? This, dude, weight loss is so much more complicated than that. Come on, guys.
Oh, boo-hoo.
It doesn't even need to be healthier food. Just less. Just less. That's all. Just less. If you're moving less, eat less. If you're moving more, eat more. It's very fucking simple. In and out. It really isn't complex.
It's used for hyperhidrosis primarily. Now it's a fashion weight loss drug. Okay. Everybody, the quickest and easiest and best way to lose weight is just eating less. Okay, that's it. But that part is not that easy. Ozempic has the capacity
is.
to,
Yes,
I guess,
it
according
literally
to
is.
some, not only just shut off your appetite, but also has the capacity to like help with addictive behaviors in general. You do, I think, lose muscle mass as well. It's used for diabetes. Why is everyone being so odd about it? Easiest way is to go through her Twitter legs. This doctor is extremely simple. If you have diabetes and obesity,
What I think you'll find is this is going to be used for is gastric bypass surgery precursors. So instead of putting them on weight loss shakes, they'll just stick Ozempic in their ass and make them lose 50 kilos and then stick them in there and cut their stomach in half. And then they'll never learn a fucking thing. And then they'll inflate their stomach back up. But now they have half a stomach. So their stomach lining's really thin. But now they're still fat. And then they go and get it again. Oh, wow. It's almost like you should actually learn to control your eating.
But it's supposed to prevent the need for that surgery.
Okay. Good.
No, that's what I told you from the start. Is that if it's making less invasive surgeries, it's a good thing.
Yes. Overall, yes, that is a good thing. But also just learn to control your eating.
Uh-huh.
That's all.
Or morbid obesity without diabetes, it is safe for you to take Ozempic.
You can still eat McDonald's. You can still eat pizza. You can still eat shit.
Yeah, I think a lot of people hate it because it's
just don't eat it.
That's what I think. But there are definitely side effects to it. I think gut paralysis is one of them. Like I've looked into it. All right, let's watch
society. We could talk until the cows come home about what fat should or should not mean, but it doesn't change the fact that the word still does get weaponized constantly, especially by people who are thinner. So personally, I will not be using that word to describe anyone, not because it's a bad word, but just it causes different feelings in different people.
Yes, use a technical term.
Well, let's make one thing clear. If I'm talking about myself, I used to be fat. I have experience with obesity, major weight loss, and existing in a bigger body. Nowadays, it's a thin body, and while I may have changed outwardly, it's important for you to know that deep down, my ego is just as big as it's ever.
The rest of the stream, hopefully, hey. Yeah.
If anything, it might be even worse now because it's.
Please stop spreading misinformation. Ozempic is extremely dangerous. Wait, what?
No, it's not.
Dangerous. Christ. Okay, before people say that's
not. Do you know what the issue? Do you know what the issue was? Where the major side effects came in? You know what happened to the lady?
No.
They like basically paralyzed her stomach.
Ah, interesting.
Right.
That's cool.
Really fucked her up. Guess what? Guess what caused it?
It was probably abuse of it.
Nope.
No idea.
Manufacturing defect.
Oh, really?
So they're shots, right?
Yeah.
So whatever Chinesium factory was making these shots basically contaminated them.
Oh.
Right. So if you're producing more and more, there's more and more likely to be more contaminated supply, right? Because you're overproducing, right?
Yes.
So that's where the interest is.
That is really interesting. That is a much better point.
See, Jack? Look, you're alienating some of our great audience members who are still identifying as a person of otherworldly size. Is that the correct term?
Otherworldly sizes? Hey, look, I have lost 70 kilos. I was 160 kilos. I lost 70 kilos purely out of I wanted to go on roller coasters.
That
was my motivation. That's literally all. It's all it took, huh?
I'm almost under 200. I just need to incorporate a little bit more exercise, and I'll get that last ding off of that 200. I still even at 180 though.
Yeah. So when I was in the US, so 2019, I got to 160. So I was 160 kilos, which I think almost 400 pounds, something like that, 380, something like that. Pretty big, right? I got back and basically I didn't adjust my eating at all until I did, and the times that I did is when I lost weight, and then I'd plateau. So it took years for me to lose the weight. I went from 160 to 140 to 130 to 120, and then the last 30-ish kilos was the last 6 months. So yeah, so I'm 6'3". I'm sitting at 91 kilos at the moment.
Yeah, this is not far off from me.
And a lot of what I say is very hyperbolic. It's very facetious.
Oh, come on, bro. Now he's gonna apologize for it.
No. I'm not apologizing. Okay, everything I say, even though it's aggressive, is correct. It's eating less. It's moving more. If you're not moving more, eat less. You just need to figure out what your calorie intake is to be stay where you are. And if you want to lose weight, a little bit under. If you want to put weight on, a little bit over.
Don't run a marathon.
I'm not trying Try and cancel me. I don't give a shit.
Oh, fuck! What was I gonna say? You kept talking, and I couldn't cut in with my joke. Now it's gone forever, and it's your fault. Oh, I remembered. You should try breathing less.
Yeah, it really is about self-control. You're 100% correct. But it's, and this is the other thing, is like in the middle of it, like in the middle of it, I was just like, I wonder if I can like eat like shit and still lose weight. And I just literally just counted calories. So it's, and yet it is very much a self-control thing, but it also helps to have a routine, which is why I recommend people go to the gym, even if it's literally just for cardio, not even lifting weights. Like, just have that routine. Like, just have that routine, and that helps. I find anyway.
Okay, Mom.
In this video, I don't see any of this as being other. As far as I'm concerned, we're all in this together. So in part one, I want to look at what Ozempic is and how it took both Hollywood and the internet by storm. At this point, this isn't my first weird internet trend rodeo, but of all the weird things I've seen go viral, literal medication is definitely...
I kind of cheated with nicotine to suppress my appetite.
Literal medication going viral. People took Adderall to lose weight, bro.
Yeah. Like, I kind of cheated with nicotine to kind of semi-suppress my hunger. But it doesn't really help anymore. I still get really bad hunger. I just sort of ignore it. Yeah, it's probably not a good thing. I actually need to change my eating to eat more because I want to put a bit more weight on. So yeah, it's and this is the hard thing. The really hard thing is nutrition. It's fine to say eat more, eat less, but nutrition is the hard thing. Like knowing what to eat and how to cook it, how much to eat, that sort of stuff. That's hard.
Just shaping my.
So what is it about Ozempic specifically that's
with a cheese grater?
That might be the case, but I have my heart rate monitor on all the time at the gym, and I have very high stim pre-workouts, and my heart rate sits about 115, 120, up to like 140 if I push it. So I don't know what it is, but I don't know.
Maybe it's
causing all this obsession. Well, as it turns out, there's a lot of reasons, and it goes a lot deeper than just being the latest celebrity fixation. Have you noticed that recently a lot of people in Hollywood have gotten skinnier, seemingly out of nowhere?
It's not so much not being able to meal prep; it's money. Money is the problem. So, you know, if eating properly,
hey, you know, will help him meal prep.
So it's like to eat in surplus. I need to be able to have surplus food, and that requires money. I don't have money.
Aware. You might not have even noticed this trend because at first the cases seem.
Well, I've got recipe books and shit like that. I'm prepared for it. I just need to actually.
People couldn't help but notice a couple common threads. These cases all seem to coincide with the rise in popularity of the drug Ozempic. Also, before we get into it, I just want to make it clear that I'm not here to promote or recommend any medication or health advice whatsoever. Like, yes, I'm literally God's gift to the world, but no, I don't have a medical degree. It's not like I took a hypocritical oath or whatever. So just enjoy this video for what it is, entertainment, and an opportunity to stare into my eyes for the next hour. Anyway, to get started, I thought it would be helpful to nail down what Ozempic actually is. We all know it's weight loss medication, but the specifics behind it are a little more convoluted because technically, Ozempic is actually not a weight loss medication.
Chicken and rice is not expensive.
Ozempic is a name brand for a drug
called
semaglutide.
No,
this drug is manufactured by the company.
Chicken and rice every day. That's all you're eating.
Type 2 diabetes.
I'm not fucking only eating chicken and rice. I would rather throw myself off a building.
That's what I've been eating a lot of, is chicken and rice.
Like if I was
is somebody upset and doing a little peepers.
Like if I was one of these crazy bodybuilders who was just like in it to get on stage and look as good as fucking possible.
We're gonna do the rock diet.
Massive fucking amounts of a steroid cocktail in their ass every week. Sure. That would be great. I just eat chicken and rice. But I like flavor.
What do you think Rock's diet is?
Not what he says it is. I think he pays a chef and he eats $100 meals for every meal. And they're tailored specifically by his personal trainer that he pays $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't think it's?
I
what it
don't
seems
think. I don't think he has walked into a kitchen to cook a meal in
like?
30 years.
No. I'm not saying that. But what do you think he's released? What he says he?
It'd be 3,500 calories a day, and it'd be most like 60% protein, maybe 10% carbs, 30% veggies, and a bit of fruit, maybe some sugar and snacks. Like anybody who thinks he's not on roids is out of their fucking
Oh
mind.
no, he is. But somebody did someone. There's videos of them doing the Rock diet, right? And it's just random people doing what he claims that his diet is. I'm gonna go find a few of those videos to transition to after this.
All right.
And it was discovered that it also had this.
By the way, the thing about Ozempic is that my dad, I think, was taking it for his diabetes, and he was still eating. Okay, the thing that actually caused him to no longer be like incredibly morbidly obese, like literally almost died multiple times obese, was a major surgery. It wasn't just a gastric bypass. He also, on top of the gastric bypass, got like literally his intestines shortened too. That was the only way that he was able to lose weight and keep the weight off. It was major surgical procedure. So I think people still can out eat Ozempic.
The side effect of pretty major weight loss, doctors began prescribing it off-label for obesity. Off-label means even though the FDA approved it for one thing, it still works for the other thing, and so it's also being used for that. Then Novo Nordisk started marketing semaglutide, the very same drug as Ozempic, under the separate brand name of Wegovy. And Wegovy, they were able to get approved by the FDA for the treatment of obesity. But it doesn't end there. In addition to semaglutide, there's a similar medication called tirzepatide. They work in slightly different ways, but they have mostly the same effect. So besides Novo Nordisk, there's another company called Eli Lilly, and they're the prime manufacturers of tirzepatide. Just like semaglutide, tirzepatide is effective for two major diseases at once.
Your dad lost weight because he was at the top one economic status and could afford medical attention. God, these performative care about fat phobia until he's got a fat conservative hog. What are you talking about? My diabetic dad was prescribed Ozempic last year and he stopped taking it because he made him barf endlessly.
So Eli Lilly sells that drug as both Mounjaro for type 2
Did you hear that,
diabetes
John?
and Zepbound for
No, he's reading too fast.
One of his chatters was like, hold on, where was it?
Performative care about fat phobia until he's about a fat conservative hog. What are you talking about? My diabetic dad was prescribed Ozempic. God, these performative
diseases at once.
Your dad lost weight.
Yeah, your dad lost weight because he was the top 1% economic status and could afford medical attention. That's fucking awesome.
Drug as both Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes and Zepbound for obesity. But also, much like Ozempic, Mounjaro is frequently prescribed off-label for obesity as well. Got all that? So here's a recap. Ozempic is Novo Nordisk's diabetes medication, whose generic name is semaglutide, which they also sell as Wegovy, a weight loss medication, even though both get prescribed for weight loss. Similarly,
but I was planning on doing like chicken and rice and nothing but chicken and rice, but I need to learn how to make sauces and chili, like hot sauces and
just buy pre-made Indian sauces.
I don't want to do the pre-made ones. I want to learn how to make them.
No. You just buy them from Indian people.
I'll just make them. There's Indian spice stores and Asian food stores.
Yeah, but that's more expensive.
Yeah, but I'll know how to do it.
Yeah, but spice is expensive, and it actually only has like a short shelf life. Like you know how people just like keep their like spices around forever?
Yeah,
that's not how they work.
They lose potency.
Yeah, oh yeah. They're like the ground spice in the jar is like no more than a year.
Mounjaro and Zepbound are the name brand of Eli Lilly's tirzepatide, which they sell for diabetes and obesity respectively as well, even though both get prescribed for weight loss. So basically, when someone says Ozempic, they may be referring to any one of 4 different medications, which are actually just 2 medications that both do the same 2 things that are made by 2 different companies, which market the 4 brand names in the same 2 ways. Which I think is probably why people just say Ozempic. Oh, and also Novo Nordisk.
That's a great breakdown.
Instead of injections, and they call that one Rybelsus. Does that all
I really
make
like
sense?
this guy's
you got
content.
all that? So anyway, now that nobody is confused by that anymore, I think it could also be helpful to take a look at how Ozempic, aka semaglutide, works. I'm going to give you baby's first explanation of GLP-1 receptor agonist medication. Not because I think you're stupid, but because I feel like a baby, and this was the first explanation that I actually understood. So basically, your body naturally produces a hormone called GLP-1. GLP-1 regulates your brain's hunger signals as well as your body's insulin levels, and therefore your blood sugar. Some people's GLP-1 levels are not as balanced as others. So now their blood sugar and or hunger signals are too high, which can lead to type 2 diabetes and or obesity. That's where semaglutide comes in. It mimics GLP-1, which balances your levels back out.
What is Ozempic? It's mimicking hormones that are a hormone that's released into your intestine when you eat food.
So the resulting lower blood sugar is how type 2 diabetes is treated. It also slows down the process of food moving through your body, making you feel fuller longer. So both the slow digestion and the regulated hunger signal will serve to reduce your appetite, which in turn leads to weight loss over time. And that's how the obesity is treated.
The Ozempic doesn't burn any calories. It's about controlling your hunger.
And there you have my declassified, highly simplified glucagon-like peptide 1 receptor guide. Now, GLP-1 receptor agonist medication isn't exactly new.
We've been using Ozempic, by the way, for 5 years.
But recently, the medication has surged in popularity more than ever. I'm talking crazy popular. Ozempic Wegovy drug prescriptions hit 9 million, surged 300% in under 3 years. It's at the point where these drugs are accelerating the expansion of the economy of Denmark, Novo Nordisk's home country. Other companies are feeling the effects too. Walmart said the drugs are causing people to buy less food. Weight Watchers is experiencing their worst financial times ever. We'll actually get into the Weight Watchers.
Oh my god. All of the corporations are crying because people aren't buying as much food. That's awesome.
Thing more later, but as you can see, this is all kind of a big deal. And on the one hand, I feel like
your food rottens in your body. That's why people are
I
throwing
really
up.
like this as well because like
food is rotten.
This is really not a take that you're gonna see being platformed.
Yes.
Like
We
we've had
totally watch this
arguments.
video, but we've got
Excuse me
nothing
for
to-
burping, but we've literally gotten in fights about Ozempic where I was like, bro, it's helping prevent surgeries, and you're like, I don't care, they're lazy, and I'm like, you're like
They
the
are
people who
lazy.
get mad about student loan forgiveness. Just because you had to do the work doesn't mean other people have to too. Like, God, normalize shortcuts.
No, but my main problem with
You
this
just can't
shortcut-
comprehend
No,
the Nebraskan corn-fed American diet.
No. The problem that I have with shortcuts
You
and
are
weight loss
garbage.
is you don't
Okay, you're garbage.
learn. You don't learn how to keep it off, and if you
That's
stop
not
taking
proper
it,
piece of etiquette.
then you're going to put the weight back on. It's exactly like every other weight loss shortcut. And you know
I'm
what?
fucking better than you.
I think they have to like permanently be on it to keep it off, right?
Yeah, so you permanently subscribe to a medical company. You permanently subscribe
Better
to
than
a
fucking being
pharma
cut
company.
open and having a dangerous surgery.
Eat less.
Yeah.
Take the drug for a little bit, then learn how to fucking control your food, your intake.
Yeah, Mister,
Go walk on a
I
treadmill.
use nicotine to suppress my appetite.
Only
you know what would be
recently.
healthier for you?
Not?
Ozempic.
Mr. President, I'm beginning to smell a big fat commie rat.
Rotting in your body. What?
Ozempic boom just kind of makes sense. Like the World Health Organization tells us that there is a global obesity epidemic, or globesity, which is a term that the WHO has been trying to define since 2000.
Hang on, it's too close to globusy, right? Okay.
It happened no
Not
matter
bad.
what.
I
Dude.
gotta
The moment
Google
that-
something.
Look, the moment that Ozempic started popping off in like LA circles, I would say like 2 years ago, and then they did
Haunted
that 60
objects
minutes,
all around the
that 60
globusy.
minutes special. I was like, oh, it's over. It makes me so mad. Like, why wait until the chronic illness of diabetes, heart issues, etc., caused by obesity, and not curb it with treating obesity as a chronic illness? I agree, and so does our public health specialist in the chat. I don't have an issue with Ozempic. I don't take it because I've been able to manage my weight loss without it. But if I couldn't, I would. You know, I think that it's like fucking awesome. It's great.
One apparently. I
No,
understand the vision. but
First
also,
result.
no.
First result. But it was not. It's a completely different scenario being presented about the globusy here. This is literally the first result. I typed in globusy and went to images, and this is what came up. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Oh, but also kudos for saying that, for spilling. Anyways, it stands to reason that a new effective medicine that treats one of the biggest medical issues facing literally all of humanity would catch on pretty quickly. But the strangest thing about Ozempic was that it
Yeah, you could also do regulate the food companies with the already existent FDA. Regulate advertising from fast food. You know, that sort of stuff. Make it so fresh and healthy produce isn't 5 times more expensive than garbage.
it wasn't just rising in usage, it started rising in status. And if you're wondering who is backwards enough to turn a medication injection pin into some sort of messed up status symbol, look no further than Hollywood. It's at the point where you can't even have a discussion about these medications without famous people coming up in the process. If you want to learn more about the exact specifics of how Ozempic works, there's this great Vox video that dives into the science behind it. But even on this video, which is just a straightforward explanation, there are comments like this.
woke
Vox,
game
I'm disappointed
journalism.
that the abuse of this drug by Hollywood and influencers for a quick fix to weight loss.
It literally feels like people think it's like a cheat code or something. I think it's like weirdly enough, it's unironic fat
Okay.
phobia, in my opinion. That
This
people
is
think,
another
like,
good globussy, right? So, I'm not sure if you've noticed the shape of the Earth, but it's kind of like. Do you know who Nimble the elf is?
No.
Okay, it's like it's okay. Let me just show you.
Okay.
Okay. And we're almost there. We're opening a link in a new tab. We're almost there. It's loading.
Almost.
We have to open another thing because it did. Oh no, it's down. I just clicked it 3 times and it downloaded this dumb image to my computer 3 times just now. Okay. Mimble the elf. Okay. There it is. That's Mimble.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Sure.
See, they're shaped like a elf man and he's got a hat on.
You
Right?
got that from Googling globussy.
No. I'm just. This is pretext. This is background, right? Because,
Okay.
right? Because like clearly, this Earth be having shapes and stuff. Okay, so if you've never seen what I've seen about the Earth, you are never going to look at it the same way. Specifically, this section of the Earth that you almost never look at.
There's a little blank screen.
Am I right? Look at
That's
it.
awesome.
It's got separate booba.
That's so funny.
You look at this and you tell me God is not a woman. Okay?
Africa got that shelf.
Yeah. You tell me God's not a woman with this gay shit going on.
Fat people should suffer. Okay.
Although my favorite one is Joe Biden sniffing Idaho.
Hang on, go back. We just missed a soundbite. Mark it.
It literally feels like people think it's like a cheat code or something. I think it's like weirdly enough, it's unironic fat phobia, in my opinion, that people think that like fat people should suffer. Okay. Like, sure, there are reasonable
fat people should
cautious
suffer
people in the situation, especially the yo-yo dieting, especially like if you get off of it, you are going to relapse and most likely take on a shit ton of the weight and more. There's that reality of it, especially if you
I
have
just like
disordered
stopped
eating, if you
eating
haven't,
cookies,
like, actually...
bro.
Yeah, it really isn't that hard. Cut sugared drinks out of your diet and you'll lose weight. There's a hot fucking tip for you.
I drink sugar-free Red Bull.
Here is a
It's 10 calories.
hot off the presses, guaranteed to work tip. If you drink sugared soft drinks, stop.
But corn.
Just change.
But corn
to
is our
sugar-free.
culture.
Just change to sugar-free.
It's our culture.
And you will lose a majority of the weight.
Racist
The rest of it'll be
American
hard, but this is
culture.
the majority. That's all you need. Stop drinking sugar.
Okay, Russia.
It is so many liquid calories.
Okay,
that
Vladimir
you do not
Putin.
need. It's 100% correct.
Fixed your eating
It's
regimen
corn
in a healthy way. And
Don't
then
give a shit.
beyond that, there's
It's
also
got the
the
juice. It's
the
got
fears
the
of the
juice.
side effects, which is understandable, maybe a little overblown, but definitely understandable. It is wild to me though that people unironically are just like, fat people should lose weight, but not like that. Is the main consensus.
That's you.
Fat people should
That's
lose
you.
weight. Lose the weight, fatty. You're a moral failure. Also,
That's you.
like people getting mad at Lizzo going to the gym. You know what I mean? Being like, oh,
See,
what?
that's dumb. If you're getting mad at a fat person at the gym, you're an idiot. That's where you want them. If you really want people to lose weight, that's where you want people. People who make fun of fat people at the gym are the worst kind of people. Like, the worst. They are the ones that make gyms, that stereotypical, like, toxic gym culture. That's those people.
Don't drop the weights!
Yeah, those people. They're the awful people. It's the people who film and get angry at people, like, walking through their camera angle.
And
Those
they drop
people.
weights?
No, dropping weights is normal.
Oh, they yell when people drop weights?
Yeah, the people who yell when people are lifting heavy and don't put it down like they're lifting 5 kilos. Yeah, if you're deadlifting 160 kilos, you're not putting that down like you're picking up 5 kilos. And people that don't understand this are just wine mums.
Okay. Planet Fitness is for wine moms, I guess.
Mm-hmm. They have Friday pizza. If you like pizza, join Planet Fitness. You might not lose weight, but you'll have fun, I guess.
Why is this fat go to the gym? It's like, what do you want him to do? What do you want her to do? She's
Eat less.
Gym. Isn't that what you want? Like, what is happening?
Yes.
And then they're like, oh, you're cheating. You're cheating. If you lose weight that way, you're cheating. And it makes no sense. It's like, okay, well, what are people supposed to do? What do you want? What do you want people to do? They're losing the weight. Why are you mad? I thought that's what you wanted. I thought that's what you thought fat shaming was good for. Fat shaming works because it makes people lose weight. First of all, it doesn't. Okay, it literally doesn't. Fat shaming does the exact opposite. If you actually care about it legitimately
we get it, bro. We know it doesn't work. No shit.
We see it every day. They carry it around with them all the time. No pun intended. Like literally, the idea that
bro.
like fat shaming is going to somehow help fat people is silly.
Shut
ridiculous.
up.
Does the exact opposite. But then people get mad when people take Ozempic, and it's like, what do you want? It's like when I was 200 pounds and jogging and teams to drive by and say, run fat ass. Bro, I am. I hate it.
Full unnecessary circle back into being mad about Ozempic.
Emphasized as much as it should be. So you know what? We're here. We've got time. Let's emphasize it. All right. So here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and point to specific celebrities and say, yep, that guy, Ozempic poster child. Because at the end of the day, unless you're literally this person's primary care physician or med spa drug dealer, you literally have no way of knowing if they're using this medication or not. But at the same time, it is also an open secret at this point. In fact, I don't even know if I would call it a secret. Like this off-reference clip of comedian Jimmy Kimmel making a joke about Ozempic at last year's Oscar Awards says a lot.
When I look around this room, I can't help but wonder, is Ozempic right for me?
The polite yet strained laughter is pretty clear. Joke. Celebrities are obsessed with semaglutide right now. Elon Musk tweeted about using Ozempic/Wegovy. Comedian Chelsea Handler opened up about it. And I'm only mentioning people right now who have admitted it.
What do we think of?
Here's another good piece of advice for you. Don't take your medical or health or life or any advice from celebrities. If they're doing something, don't do it. That's generally pretty good life advice.
This Ozempic takeover in Hollywood.
Except for Joe Rogan.
For anyone who's ever struggled with their weight.
And here's
including Joe Rogan.
She is right.
When was Chelsea Handler even like overweight? That's wild. But
like
anyway.
This shouldn't be too much of a hot take, but medicine is good. It's
know,
great
OJ
that we
was
have
vaxxed.
better ways of treating obesity now.
Yeah, now he's dead. Coincidence?
Here's the problem. Hollywood isn't exactly known for being full of people struggling with obesity. Some of these celebrities are not trying to treat a medical condition. They're literally just trying to fit into their ever-diminishing red carpet outfits. Like apparently the drug is being handed out so willy-nilly that Chelsea didn't even know she was taking it.
My anti-aging doctor just hands it out to anybody, right? I didn't even know I was on it.
So here's the thing.
Okay, that's not the average person. That's just like insane Hollywood nonsense. That's insane. How the f do you not know what medication you're taking? What is an anti-aging doctor? What the hell? Dude, what is going on here? Dude, Hollywood doctors are crazy.
I would never shame someone with a medical condition for, taking medicine.
Glow
I think
pussy.
it's pretty safe to say that is
Also, I'm not saying don't take shortcuts. I'm saying learn on the way. I'm saying that
objects from around the globe.
If you only take shortcuts, you're going to get to the end point, and exactly like he was saying about the yo-yo dieting and shit, it's same shit's going to happen. You're going to have to be on it forever, or you learn.
Speaking
And
about
if you
yo-yo,
don't learn, you're just going to be dependent on a drug your entire life. It's no different to taking steroids. You might as well fucking take steroids.
You speaking
Does the
about
same
yo-yo,
thing.
you see that one girl who was on like Dance Moms Yo-Yo Sweeney? She's like dressing up like Rhea Ripley now, and she's on her dark arc. It's really funny. It's really
That's
funny.
hilarious.
It's so pathetic because it's like so synthetic and like try
So
hard.
transparent. Yeah.
Bro, she literally looks like a WWE character.
Hilarious.
Is a completely separate issue from this.
She goes, if you ever want to drop 5 pounds, this is good.
If you ever want to know what's really going on in Hollywood, look no further than the comedians. They are certainly part of the in crowd, but they're a lot more likely to expose the open secrets of said crowd in order to get laughs from those on the outside. We laugh because it's confirming what we already know deep down, that these people are really, really weird. The joke functions not just as comedy, but as an insight into a truth hidden in plain sight. The whole phenomenon is best summed up by the poet Homer.
It's funny because it's true.
So what truth are Jimmy Kimmel and Chelsea Handler telling us? Well, that rich people have indeed figured out how to buy skinny, and now their anti-aging doctors are prescribing Ozempic.
Oh my god, they always knew. It's called paying $100,000 for a personal trainer to live with you. They always had it. This is just easier.
Pounds, resulting in the last little bit of body diversity in Hollywood being weeded out once and for all.
People who are not that overweight are taking these drugs to lose maybe 10, 15, 20 pounds.
How a diabetes drug became the talk of Hollywood, tech, and the Hamptons. This is the Hollywood drug.
Ozempic isn't a solution, dude. That's what some
Getcha.
people are.
Huh?
The side mouse button will get you.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm. This is exactly what I'm saying. This is like relying on the shortcut will lead to the same habits that led to you getting fat, retaining, and coming back. That's the entire point.
Woof.
You're getting pissed at. Yeah, some people are getting mad as a Chico, but other people are pissed in the same way that they were mad at Mr. Beast. It's not a solution, only a bandage on a festering wound. Wait, what? This is like getting mad at Mr. Beast literally for fixing, like for curing the one specific disease that he helped cure, though. People are mad, myself included, that the system is broken. If everybody, I wouldn't be mad if healthcare was free and Ozempic was being dished out. Like, what do you mean? I'm not mad at like people taking Ozempic. You're talking about being mad at the system and then acting like people that are mad at Ozempic are not mad at it being a cheat code.
Everyone I know is on it, says Patty Stanger.
And goes back to what I was saying before. Do not take life advice or any advice, and do not follow anything that celebrities do. They are awful people. They are not idols, and they should not be worshipped. They are fuckwits.
Of Bravo TV's the
like they're actors. They're on TV. What makes them idols? What makes them role models? What makes them worthy of this fucking position that they've been thrust into? It doesn't make any sense. Stop listening to fucking celebrities. Fucking hell.
Millionaire matchmaker.
These weren't developed for cosmetic use.
Dolph Lundgren has a PhD.
I don't give a shit. I'll listen to him about whatever the fuck his PhD is in.
It's in like nuclear science or something.
Great. Tell me about nuclear science. Anything else, I don't give a shit.
What do you mean?
You're an actor and you're a nuclear scientist. Great.
Bro, well, it's Dolph Lundgren.
I don't give a shit.
Dolph Lundgren. What is the Always Sunny line where they talk about him? It's like Dolph Lundgren. It's Dolph Lundgren. Because they're casting a movie. Anyway.
Used cosmetically.
He like randomly went back to it. It might be an honorary doctorate.
Okay.
But he did like basically go back to school because he was like, if like if he gets hurt and he can't like work out anymore, right? And he can't maintain his muscle mass, he obviously can't act, right?
Yeah.
They still put him in movies. Oh yeah, he does also have a meaty banger there. That is correct. Anyway, he also he gives me lesbian vibes. But like he like went back to school just in case.
Fair enough.
Somebody else did that.
Mm.
PhD in microbiology. The lead singer of no, not the Offspring. I was thinking of another band. That the lead singer was Cray Cray. But there is another person who left and like went back to school in the middle of stuff, and they're like, "We're supporting her going back to school."
Wasn't the point. The point is that celebrities shouldn't be idols because they're just on TV and movies.
Yeah. Oh well, we were just talking about how cool Dolph Lundgren is, though.
Sure.
They're so amazing in their effect.
It's like the new Botox, says Terry Dubrow, the plastic surgeon from the TV show Botched. I love it. It's so good. Everyone is suddenly showing up 25 pounds lighter, says Andy Cohen of Real Housewives fame. What happens when they stop taking Ozempic? And he's not exaggerating either. I got on the bandwagon, says Real Housewives of New Jersey star Dolores Catania. What housewife isn't on Ozempic? Asks Cohen. Not one. I wasn't going to come to this reunion looking bigger than anyone else.
They've dropped their Xanax for Ozempic. Now it's Ozempic and wine.
It's another part of it. Oh, that's the amped up version. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the fast forward to Skinnyville.
Like, if fast forward to Skinnyville doesn't tell you how casually these celebs are treating these drugs, I don't know what does.
I really want to try it when I give birth.
No, some people are mad their loved ones can't get diabetes medication because everyone else is taking it. This is the part I don't understand. If there's a drug shortage problem, especially on Ozempic, it's not the fault of people taking Ozempic. It's the fault of the FDA for not properly regulating it, and it's the fault of the...
I mean, look, he quit because of how well he did in that show and how bad people hated him. He literally quit because he was that good of an actor that people hated him as a person. What a fucked up story, huh? Even more reason to not idolize celebrities and fucking...
His character died anyway.
Yeah. So fucking even more reason not to. What a fucked up story. This kid wanted to be an actor and now he can't because people literally hated him for how good he was. Like, you fucking kidding me?
Of the suppliers for limiting the supply. Plus, I don't even think that that's a real issue. I feel like that's already been solved. It's like one of those, because it's not one of those like drugs that is like a super hardcore controlled substance that you genuinely lean on a lot of FDA regulation on. They should still up the production though. Like that's the issue. The new anger is it costs $5 to make and they charge $1,000. I mean, that's awful. It also makes it really expensive. It makes insurance companies not want to provide it. Yeah, because those guys are pieces.
What doctors are looking for these people. Besides the fact that this is just
I do see obesity as a health issue, similarly to diabetes.
This is literally a joke to these people. Besides the fact that this is just dystopian in general, I have to point out that it's not only extremely unethical, but very dangerous. As
like we've spoken about this enough. Obesity is a side effect of capitalism. Like the widespread obesity in America specifically is a side effect of capitalism. Like how cheap sugar and shit.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
What?
Somebody made a clip of H3 looking at JoJo Siwa's wrestling outfit.
As well, medicine is tested on people who have medical conditions, not typically on those without. So taking drugs to treat something you literally don't have is just reckless because you have no idea what you're actually doing to your body.
Ideally, what doctors are looking for is for a continued 1 to 2 pound weight loss per week. Certainly not the 10, 15 pounds in 1 week that people are claiming they've lost on these medications when they're using them in a non-prescribed.
That is a problem. If you're losing more than a pound and a half a week, that's very dangerous. That's not good at all. Unless you're like super omega obese, in which case like you will in the first couple of weeks like
hey, that
lose
was me.
a ton of weight. But that should stop after like the 3rd week, basically.
Yeah, stop
like,
breathing.
Obviously, and I say this as someone with like a lot of personal experience in this. Like you're shedding a lot of water weight when you start dieting, but you should never be losing more than 1.5 pounds maximum 2 pounds a week.
Hakani
if you want
kind
to
of fat.
reliably lose weight in a healthy manner. That's crazy.
Uncontrolled way.
And putting yourself in danger just because you want to be size 0 instead of size 1 is one thing, but it gets even worse. These medications have been on the US government's drug shortages list for years at this point. Drug shortages aren't just bad for the obvious reasons of people not being able
That's
to
why
get the
they're in
help
a
they need
pill
either.
form
It gets
now.
more awful when awful people take advantage of people's desperation for this product by selling counterfeit Ozempic pins online, which resulted in serious side effects and sometimes even death. So these Hollywood actors potentially endangering themselves is one thing, but it's absolutely unacceptable.
Pound a day, absolute max. Pound a day. I'm talking 2 pounds a week, man. Max. It is unhealthy if you lose more than 2 pounds a week, especially after like a certain period. Unless you pound a day is you need a doctor to get you back on track. Pound a day is insane.
Acceptable when you realize they are contributing to a shortage that is endangering the health and very lives of people who actually need the stuff. And also they can perpetuate the same beauty standards that
there's no medical evidence to suggest faster weight loss is unhealthy. Whether it's sustainable is another discussion. Sustainability is the key factor in weight loss. Chatter, what are we talking about? It's the most important part. People don't just like lose.
That's
unless you're trying to
literally everything that I've been saying is about sustainability.
Make weight for like wrestling or some shit. What do you mean sustainability is another problem? Sustainability is the problem. It is the only problem. That's why you should not be losing more than a pound and a half a week anyway. That's the whole point. People always think people have a really weird, unhealthy, and outright false understanding of what diets are. Diets are not something that you do for like a couple months and then quit and then go back to your old eating habits. Diets are lifelong. You can have an unhealthy diet. You can have a healthy diet. You can have a diet that focuses on gaining muscle or gaining fat. You can have a diet that focuses on losing fat. But a diet is for life. There is no going back on a diet. It is what it is. So the whole point is that you need to find something that works for you, that you can actually
just wait until he starts coping because he knows he thinks. Okay, so the main reason I put this on here because it's funny because it reveals more about the creature that is Hassan and his psyche. If you remember in Australia when he was wearing the wetsuit, I was like, Hassan thinks he's fat and that's why he's uncomfortable with how tight the suit is.
Yeah.
Right? So he's going to reveal here that he's envious of people who can get Ozempic because he thinks he's fat.
That's so funny.
Or maybe he did it already and I wasn't paying attention. Who knows?
For the rest of your life.
That result in the discrimination against people with obesity in the first place. Even though this has been going on.
It's kind of funny that the one thing he's right about is the one thing he does every single time we watch a fucking video. It's food.
Discriminating against obese person.
For a couple years now, it's only getting more rampant over time. It's gotten to the point where just a few weeks ago, Eli Lilly, remember them? They released an entire commercial about this. Eli Lilly slams Hollywood's Ozempic obsession ahead of Oscars.
People whose health is affected by obesity are the reason.
Be for real, not everyone's the same as you. Some people lose weight way quicker. Stop being ignorant. Stop spreading false info about weight loss is weird. By the way, I've lost more than 5 pounds a week and I was fine. Wait, what? I just said depending on where you're at and how fat you are, for example, like how morbidly obese you are, you could definitely lose more than even 5 pounds, especially in the beginning. A lot of that is basically still shedding water weight. You're over here, I don't know, flexing your like eating disorder or something. I don't know what's happening. Lol, I'm lying.
When we work on these medications, it matters who gets them.
I do have to say though, this ad is kind of annoying because it's literally Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk's responsibility to keep up with the demands for these drugs in the
Here's another tip: once a week, weigh yourself.
Stop reading.
Don't watch the scales.
first place. Like, yes, the Hollywood usage thing is bad, but they're not single-handedly causing this problem. And by the way, if it's so important to Eli Lilly that people get the medication they need, maybe they could take some steps to ensure that more people have access to this medication, even if they can't get it through their insurance. Like, I can't help but think that the fact that these meds can cost around
come on, no. This is disingenuous. This is disingenuous. This is not presenting the issue the way it should be. Okay? The issue does not rely on the drug company in this case, right? The drug companies could lower prices, period. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what the company can do, period. Now,
they admitted it in the investigation, in the questioning. They're like, "Oh no, we still make money in Canada, even though it's 10 times less expensive."
But they just passed. Remember when I first sent you the first special on Ozempic?
Mm-hmm.
And it was all about how they just got accepted to get their
Yes.
insurance to approve it, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, maybe it was Frontline or something. I'm not sure, but it was a really good story on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like a few weeks back, I also put something. I'm not sure if we played it, but I definitely put it in the screener where a state just approved it to be on insurance. It was like New Jersey or something.
Yes,
right?
we did watch that.
So
Yes,
that's the issue. It's if the benefits and insurance comes from the government in this case, right? Then you're fucked. But the thing is that the way that they voted on it made that it's all insurance had to cover it, basically.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
Which that's the thing is that the company can't do anything about insurance companies or the state. That's such an unrealistic thing to like criticize them about. Here's me being fair to capitalists, you know.
Turned into a class issue where only wealthy people have a 100% chance of acquiring it in the first place. But no,
that's not
why
true.
work on any
That's
of
not
that
true
when
at
you can
all.
just make a
That's not
commercial
true at
about
all.
it? Am I
If
right?
you live in
commercial
LA,
about-
you can get it. Like for real. There's so many people who sell it, and like they can just get a bunch of needles, and you can just you can do it like HRT.
Yeah.
Just freebase that shit. Well, freebasing is when I think you like use a spoon and heat it up to inject it, but
frankly, is just going to get even more people thinking, wait, you can use Mounjaro for cosmetic weight loss? And seeing as how big pharma companies are, at the end of the day, still companies, one has to imagine that this was a consideration or even a factor behind making this ad campaign in the first place. But while many people still do deserve to be called out over this, there is a major caveat here. Just because someone is a rich celebrity does not mean that they're exempt from health issues. There are actual people in Hollywood with obesity or even type 2 diabetes, and clearly this drug has helped them. Actor Anthony Anderson has diabetes and was one of the most prominent voices calling for this trend to stop. And while you can certainly acknowledge how wealth, class, privilege, and all this play a huge role in making it way easier for a celebrity to obtain this medicine as opposed to the other person, you can't just point your finger at any celebrity who has lost weight in the last couple of years and blame them for a national drug shortage. Again, we don't know if they used Ozempic, and even if they did, some people really do need the medicine, even if said people have offshore bank accounts. And this finger pointing trickles down too. Some people seem to think that anyone at all who takes Ozempic for weight loss is just some kind of bad person. And while I primarily blame the celebrities for
and nutritionists in LA,
it's really just rooted in misinformation. Yes, Ozempic may have started off as diabetes medication, but off-label drug
there's like it's like the next, it's like ascended nutritionist,
Yeah.
They like they have like fucking they have like a like what would you call it if you minor in something, like your main spell is fire, but you also minor in a little necromancy. You know how you can do those split builds, right? Right. So like
not sure what the term
they got, but they got like a few druid spells in their arsenal,
Yeah. Some natural healing shit, some astrology garbage.
Yeah, to control the animals and shit stuff.
Like to say that people in LA couldn't pay
to
for
lose weight, you just need to connect with your spirit wolf.
Insane.
Dual class. Yeah, but it's just like I know it's dual class, but what would the minor be? Because it's like you normally don't spec them equally, right?
Yeah.
You know, like if you're a barbarian,
literally-
the strength is the most important, but you still need that dexterity class because you don't wear armor.
Yeah.
Take an off-label drug for my hair loss, which is like now sold basically or virtually over the counter at this point. And you can get it very cheap. It's literally for Propecia. It's for prostate cancer. It's prostate cancer medication. But it's also DHT blocker, which stops your hair follicles from closing up at the top of your dome. So there's a ton of drugs that people take off label. Be careful with it. I got really sad from DHT blockers. It's funny you say that because I've been taking it for years and years now. But when I first started taking it, I took 1 milligram a day, and it wasn't good. So I started taking 0.5 milligram a day, and it was fine.
Some medical conditions deserve treatment more than others, and these diseases have a lot of overlap anyway. Really, your ire should be directed towards the right direction. People in Hollywood who do not
You
have
said that drug is not on back order? Yeah, except the problem is, or the reason why it's not on back order, for the record, here it is, by the way, the effects of said medication. The reason why it's not on back order is because there's a shit ton of generics, and it is like made, I mean, it's made with the understanding that like, you know, a lot of people can take it.
Obesity who do not need this medicine, and who are using their mental wealth and privilege to access it anyway for vanity reasons, resulting in shortages that affect people who actually do need it. And also Big Pharma. Big Pharma is literally always the problem. And while you can't decide from looking whether or not someone needs
The
Ozempic,
insurance
it's
is
safe
the
to say that
problem,
Hollywood is
sir.
handing it out so recklessly and for such small amounts of weight that there is some serious misappropriation going on. Besides the obvious harm caused by these celebrities who choose to use this medicine unnecessarily, it's also reinforcing dangerous beauty standards by focusing on rapid weight loss and encouraging everyday people to use it unnecessarily as well by turning it into a trend, further contributing to the shortages that are endangering people who do need it. We'll explore the beauty standard side of things in part 3, but as for the effects of turning Ozempic into a trend, one has to look no further than everybody's favorite clock app. Oh, TikTok, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. With over 84,000 different videos under the Ozempic hashtag and over 1.5 billion views between them, it's safe to say that TikTok has had an outsized influence on the way people are talking about Ozempic.
You getting bored?
TikTok
You want to move on?
and became like
Little bit.
a sensation.
But
Okay,
the
go ahead.
attitudes that float
I
around
sent
in
you
the
something to
entertainment
move
industry-
on to, didn't I?
Yeah.
What did I send you there?
I'll do the Ethan one first because that's funny.
No, do that one. Well, the Rock. Oh yeah, do the Ethan one first, and then we'll get to the Rock Diet because there's 2 Rock Diet videos.
Mm-hmm.
JoJo Siwa Bad Girl rebrand. JoJo has
Have you seen this yet?
This is sick.
the dancing.
Are you ready?
I saw somebody make a video of us dancing similar. Did you see that on the subreddit?
You
Oh,
and
I saw that.
JoJo?
I didn't know
Yeah.
that was her though.
Yeah, it's
Boo,
pretty good.
Dan!
I pulled up. So let's see. JoJo has entered her adult era and has released a series of promo clips for her upcoming single Karma. On March 11th, Siwa started to hint that her new song may be disturbing or offensive to some viewers.
Just
under a
wait.
content warning. Ooh.
Just wait.
No. It's about to get spicy.
Uh-oh.
It's like
here's the warning.
raw. I'm edgy.
Oh, this is like a multi-post.
Yeah. It was a
Badass.
3-gritter.
Warning. The following content is not made for children and may be disturbing or offensive to some viewers. May contain sexual themes, violence, strong language, dramatic scenarios, flashing lights. Viewers' discretion is advised. Oddly enough, if you actually wanted people to read the warning, you would be way better just putting it in one post. Because most people are just going to see one of these on their feed and be like,
For
"Fuck."
real.
Joe.
Yeah, but it looks cool.
That's
in
like
the
super
blog.
bad for everything. I don't get why people do that.
I don't get it
It's
either.
so
looks
confusing.
cool.
Nobody cares about.
No, and when
the
you get one of
profile.
those on you're like, what the fuck is this? And then you don't like it, and it just ruins the algorithm for it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's
so dumb, dude.
I don't get it.
Fucking shitty.
So here's apparently JoJo learned her new dancing style from Mwa.
The song might be copywritten.
She said, "One thing about me, I will be the first one at rehearsal and the last one to leave. Me too, girl." Yeah. I see it. I see it. I sure see it.
Joe.
She's been studying. You're about to one of these lawsuits for copyright infringement.
Go to Joe.
So here's some promo vids and pics. Here's a vid. Let's enjoy this.
Joe.
Go to Joe. Can I listen to the audio on this?
Yeah, this is not.
Oh, good. Oh my God, that's so scary.
She's so scary.
I was a bad girl.
Oh no,
She's literally becoming the Joker.
I'm terrified. Kids, don't look.
I was a bad
This isn't for kids.
Oh, viewer discretion advised. That was really scary.
Look away.
What you gonna do?
So she was a super popular child entertainer, right?
Yeah, she was on Dance Moms. And then, well, first she was on Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition. Then she was on Dance Moms. And then she became like her own superstar, YouTube. She had an entire empire. Bows in Walmart, ice cream in Walmart, everything. Really good friends with Colleen. Recently, remember, defended Colleen on Howie's podcast.
Right.
The weirdest way possible.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
Right.
Almost not making any sense. Just kind of rambling.
Do you want to sit?
I've
I
known
just
her
see you
since
just
I was
standing
12.
there.
We're so close. I've known her since we were 12. Since I was 12,
You're
we're
good.
so close.
You want to see it though? You don't have to spy.
You can sit in Lena's chair. She's not there.
Yeah.
Wait, bestie.
Baritza's watching.
Oh, come on
Okay.
down.
I'm not listening to a video of him eating pods with his mouth open.
Oh, just keep going. Just skip forward a little bit till you see
Nope.
JoJo. Skip forward until we get to JoJo's new look.
He said,
It's just
it's
some person coming in, you know?
a clown.
A freaking scary clown.
Dude, that's scary. This is like EXE Sonic.
Joker Church.
Did you find the post? Oh, you did.
That is
Oh, I watched it already. God, dude, I swear to God.
Jesus Christ. Who thought that this was a good idea?
Her. There's even more to it too. Like they do an interview with her where she's talking about it, and you just got to see it then. I don't know if it's in this. It might be. They still got 4 minutes, right? Yeah, there's a little...
To godly.
Yeah, there was like symbolism, like the cross, the bow.
Madam McIntyre. Adam McIntyre.
This tweet made me laugh so hard.
She looks stupid as fuck.
She got 70K likes.
You know what? It's kind of mean, but goddamn, she does. Goddamn. What's with the red dot?
I think that's the centering on the camera.
It's a sniper.
I was bullied.
That-
because I had red.
Someone got the order to take her out before it gets worse. This is very disturbing imagery.
She's scary.
Well, did the songs come out yet?
Not yet.
Just the 2 seconds.
More clips have come out, but it'll get claimed.
That sucks. She's trying to
That's
do
all
it.
we have.
You know,
Go.
if she dropped all of her Predator friends, I'd probably, ride for her a little bit.
Right.
Like, give her a shot,
Right.
But
Joe.
now you're getting owned by Adam McIntyre. No comment about that, but yeah.
They didn't show it. They didn't show her doing the interview, bro. I got her talking about the interview in general here, so
Yeah.
I don't want you. I don't want to actually watch the interview.
Claim us?
Huh?
Will Men's Health claim us?
I swear to God, if Men's Health claims us, I'll lose my mind. There's no way.
I have found over the years.
So hang on, before you click the thing I just sent you, you got to just pull up what her fit looks like, because she'll like dance around and be like, "Yeah, I designed it like this." Blah blah blah. You tell me this is not a fucking WWE wrestler. Put it on screens.
I am.
I know. There she
Tell
is.
me about this look here.
This look, this is my Karma Black Beast look. This is my music video outfit. Got to bust it out of the vault today. It's got some rips in it, but you would never know.
No, you'll
Why
know.
does she
I mean, how
sound
would you
like
be able to
Miley
tell?
Cyrus?
If you
might be able to
look close enough, yeah.
I mean, you were talking a lot recently about sort of leaving the adolescent era behind and moving into a more adult era. How has that been going for you?
It's been fun. It's been criticized, that's for sure. And
What do you think that is?
people are afraid of things they don't know. People are.
God. Why do you think that is? Probably because of how you're dressed.
But I think that creating art is such a special thing, and I'm very lucky that I'm one of the people in the world that gets to.
You look like you're about to leg drop somebody, JoJo.
I eat 6 meals a day, so I don't really have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Although I have breakfast, that's always my meal one, but everything else will fluctuate. My breakfast consists of eggs. It consists of a meat, and that is either a bison or a steak. It also consists of oatmeal. It could be brown rice cereal with a little bit of fruit. Usually it's either papaya, which I love papaya, or some blueberries. And that will be breakfast. My second meal of the day, which usually I eat around 10, 11 o'clock, that's what I consider my lunch. Usually consists of complex carb, like a rice, as well as chicken breast. I'll have some greens. I'm eating that after my workout. And my dinner could consist of either a fish or a chicken or a buffalo or a steak. And again, some sort of complex carbohydrate and a green. My go-to comfort food would have to be cheeseburger. Sometimes it's a double cheeseburger.
Okay,
I
fuck
need
this.
some
Go to
ham
the
on there.
next
I need
thing.
some avocado.
I thought this was going to be them talking about how ridiculous his diet is, but basically he had a diet for Hercules when he was Hercules. And so people started doing the Hercules diet challenge.
Welcome back to Cal Chop. Today is another challenge video for only the bodybuilders at home. Everyone here knows of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, huge movie megastar. Actually just recently got named the #1 highest paid actor. Now, I've been wanting to do this challenge for a while. I don't know how many people out there know, but The Rock eats fucking 7 meals a day. Everything here on this counter, he eats in one day.
What, including that trash bin?
No, the trash bin is separate. This is actually, this was a present from Joe's grandmommy. Basically, what we're doing here for this challenge is we got Our names are in the trash bin. We're going to pull a name, and that selected individual is going to be taking the Rock's challenge. As in 7 meals on this day, today, all in one day.
Dude, I already fucking ate.
That's okay.
Can we opt out?
Brett's in it. Stop being a pussy.
Yeah, but Brett,
I didn't even get to
Brett
the. I
could
didn't
easily do like this challenge.
All right, guys.
Did you measure this?
What meal's good?
Okay, thank you. Really like that.
Much water.
Look, I'm gonna sieve it. It's a little. I don't think this is done cooking.
Joe,
Gross.
come down here. All right, Joe. Meal number 1.
Right. Okay. Let's try it.
What meal's good?
Okay, thank you. Really like that. I was the least responsible for the taste of the meal. All 3 items.
Uh-oh, that doesn't look cooked, Brett.
Excuse me, dude. Excuse me. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna like. Mine is the bottom one. James cooked that one.
I didn't cook any, man.
Try it. I mean, if you're honestly scared, we'll put it back in the thing. I don't think it's bad. I think it's not cooked. It's not cooked.
Brett.
I'll eat this shit. I slave over a hot stove. It's not done. There's blood in it.
He just sent it back.
Just sent it back.
The first meal here got
You
sent
think the
back.
Rock? You think the Rock sent his food back, Brett?
That's your fault.
That's not my fault. Oh, okay, this side's out. Now now we're talking.
Meal 6 is
that good? Is that good?
That looks pretty clean to me, man.
Just the way you like it, right, Joe? What you said? Jim, what's happening with that chicken?
I don't know. You're the one that's in charge of it.
Sous chef, how does the chicken look?
Certainly looks like it's getting there, Master Chef.
All right, you finished meal 1. Good job, Joe. How you feeling?
Good. Look at that. Wow.
Clean plate. Yep.
Good job.
Great work.
One step
Actually,
closer to being Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I'm still pretty hungry.
You're still pretty hungry.
Yeah.
You ready for meal 2 then? Yep. Right off the bat, meal 2. You're going a little bit fast, like too quickly, but I mean that's
I
fine.
have the whole day.
The sooner you transform into the Rock, the better. So here is meal number 2. We have for you amazing cuisine with chicken, broccoli, and rice. This you might get through this, but this one might be this one might be your blockade right here.
I might have to like wait a little bit. I have the whole day, right? Try a little bite of everything and make sure it's to your liking, and then you can take it back upstairs and we'll go about our day here. We didn't add any special ingredients to it. It's just
I put some pepper in it.
a little Himalayan pink salt. Good. All right. Hey.
That's a good rating right there. That's a good rating.
Chicken, good.
He is 2 in, and we got 5 more to go. Damn! And he eats this.
Look at that. All right. Wow.
This is a bonus that not even the Rock can fucking handle, dude. This is fucking cheese. You can use that cheese in this meal. You can use that cheese in the next meal. You can use that cheese in any meal.
Try a bite of everything and tell us it's bad.
Yeah, this is it.
Tell us. Should I try the cheese or no?
Just plain first.
Try our natural. Joe. There's a lot of food. Just a lot of food. I gotta keep going. You gotta hurry.
You were talking a lot of shit about this fish, and then you're gonna do this.
The fish is really good.
This was. You said 2 hours ago that you could take the fish, no problem. 2 hours later, you're being a bitch.
That was before I ate like a pound of rice or whatever.
Oh, look at this! It's gonna come out.
Oh no. Oh no.
Mashed potatoes.
It's completely in the shape of the container. The way to test. This doesn't look real.
It's not done. It's not even warm yet. That's still cold. What the fuck, Brad? Why would you do that in our kitchen?
It needs a little more time. That's not ready. That's not ready to eat. You're supposed to be here to help.
Dude.
What?
That fish is still there.
I know. I'm eating it. I'm eating it.
Come on.
I have to chew it.
If this was not a challenge, I'd be shoving it in your face right now. But I'm better than that right now because this is for the Rock. I'll tell you what, Joe, because it looks like you're having such a struggle here. What if we give you a proposal, okay? What if we give you a helping hand? We'll call this lifeline a helping hand. So you can have a tag team partner, because The Rock always had tag team partners.
No, he didn't.
You're right. To help you take over these next, 4 meals, right?
4 meals.
Largely a solo
the
act.
catch is whoever volunteers themselves is also up for the same challenge, which means if both of you don't do it,
then they go bald.
They go bald
okay.
as well.
I'm not
It's
alone.
only fair. When the meal's done, they're both going bald now.
You ready to go bald? Godspeed.
You just took a whole meal off your hands here.
I don't
So
want-
much rice.
I don't even like this fish anymore.
He's not
What's
going
wrong
to
with the
finish any
fish?
of
What
this
did you hear that?
I know. I mean, he's a good cook, but like I just don't like the fish.
Head chef.
Yeah.
So I got a message from a customer.
Yeah.
He's sitting over there. He says you're a really good chef, but your fish sucks.
We'll see how much it sucks. Shit in your hair. We'll see how much it sucks.
You said I can do the fish.
Poor
I really
views,
want that
zero
fish.
bitches,
Fish.
bro.
I want that fish.
We stream on multi-platform and we have like double digits right now. So,
This is definitely the fascist CIB guy that was just raging at Twitter. dropping N-words and shit, you know.
Uh-huh.
Literally, Daesh terrorist is his Twitter thing. Definitely, totally legit accounts bringing up the fact that there were those Kurdish, like the fascists that were fucking running CIB against the YPJ. It's those people.
Oh
again.
yeah, and
It's
like
those
you notice,
people again.
you notice the account that they targeted, right? They don't
Mm.
post anymore on Twitter. Wonder why?
Yeah, crazy.
Because they fell into it. They tried to like do a disclaimer on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, double digits. How many people give a fuck about you, bro? 0.
Because I just blocked them because there was 2 of them. I just blocked them both. I like on the 5th gen account. I just blocked them. I've got no time for this shit.
Fish. You can do it. And you got the fish, and now look at you. What's happening? You break it down as a human being. You can't even do it.
So this nice crisp chopped salad is gonna pick you up.
Oh, come on, just get a nice forkful of this.
Advance to the next
Look
world.
at that.
It's
Come
like
on.
you're in a desert world, and you want to go.
Come on. There you go. Come on, Joe. Look at this piece. Get this piece in there. There you go. Swallow that piece.
It's just like
Want some water?
Oh, small content creator gets small content creator numbers. It's like, bro, you think that's like a diss? Yes, we are in fact not Hassan. Thank you.
Yeah, crazy.
Fuck, man. Come on,
Oh,
Joe.
fuck
Fuck you.
you,
Come
fuck
on.
me, Adam.
What are you fucking-
Yeah,
I reblocked them.
I'm helping you right
But they'll probably come back with another account, I'm sure.
now.
I'm still. Who's
you go.
excited for a potential Johnny Jizzo today? Who's gonna be excited when Johnny Jizzo comes in here?
We
and
did
says
tell him to come
one-sided?
today.
I
We
said
did tell
Friday.
him to come today.
I said Friday, you know. But the thing is that he's probably too drunk to remember because he's a pathetic man.
Yours, and I was like,
Just, you know.
oh!
Oh, you actually
Clear
did.
that space. Clear that space.
Hey, you want some more shit?
You do have to finish
That's
the fish.
that's called a fact bomb,
Dude, I
ladies and
can't fucking eat
gentlemen.
that. You want some?
Oh, dude, I look at the plate. That's so bad.
No, fuck you. Fuck you, dude.
Oh!
I don't want that shit, dude. Fuck this challenge. Fuck it, dude.
Is that a tap out? Are you tapping out? That's a tap out. That's a tap out. How are you supposed to eat, Aaron?
Right. So, Alex killed plate 6, right?
Well, I got the salad, but I gotta be honest, and a Thousand Island.
That is plate 6.
Thousand Island doesn't do
And
justice.
Brett, the chef, has taken it upon himself to just go in for meal 7. So, and Aaron's still working on his here.
Almost done.
He's getting
Brett
his
is
20
like
bucks done. He's got 20 bucks.
Brett is
And
fucking
we have to-
huge now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is old.
Sad and depressing.
Is that the guy that does the math rap, the Asian guy?
I don't think so. I think they were just kind of like interns at the time.
Joe in the corner. So, I mean, well, collectively, I guess you could say that, like, everybody almost
This is bad.
ate
I'm very fucked.
as much as The Rock, right? I mean, almost. We almost got there. Collectively, the Cow Chop team has eaten as much as The Rock on his Hercules diet. However, challenge-wise, which was the bare minimum requirement for this, you have failed The Rock's diet challenge. And you drugged someone else into it, too. That's fucked up. Come tomorrow, it's going to be a whole new day, and you guys are going to be completely bald.
All right. That was funny. Now, to the real content.
Are you aware of a CIA psychological profile about you, sir? Would you be interested in hearing what the CIA had to say? This secret study portrays as a brilliant but dangerous megalomaniac who is likely to pursue his own aims in disregard of U.S. interests. He's an uncertain ally. Shall I go on, or would you prefer that I stop, sir?